What's up everybody, Jay here. It is July 30th, 2012, and this is show number 4. Quick update before I get rolling into what I want to talk about today. Basically, number 1, I'm going to start putting out videos on Monday and Friday. Just easier for me. I only want to do about 2 a week though. I want to put out a whole lot more, but it just seems like that's too much for me to take on right now. School's getting ready to start at the end of August, and I think juggling that, a band, a kid, working full-time and putting 2 videos out a week, it seems like enough on my plate. Not to mention, we here in America, we have the attention span of about 2.5 seconds. This highlighter is really blue. Royal blue. The goddamn pen is blue. The goddamn pen is blue. So stupid. See what I mean? Attention spans. Also, I'd like to point out that Friday I am turning the ancient age of 29. So instead of doing a video like this one or the previous 3, I'll be switching it up a little bit. 1, because I can. 2, because I want to do something different. And 3, because hopefully it'll be funny. But probably not. It'll probably be like Tony Danza funny. He's not really funny at all. He's just Tony Danza. God damn, Who's the Boss was a stupid show. Anyway, I'm actually bringing up my birthday because I'm lonely. And desperate for attention. And desperate for approval. I'm a lot like that annoying girl that plans her own birthday parties and then she runs around the bar all like, "My girlfriend's threw this party for me, BFFs, woo!" Anyways, moving on. So first up that I want to talk about today isn't really new news, but I haven't been making these videos that long, so I haven't been able to touch on the subject yet, and I haven't really wanted to because I didn't have a really good chance to sit down and read the ins and outs and all the specifics. But it's also the reason that I am donning this wonderful shirt in this video. A little dust there. Or dandruff. I don't know. Maybe I don't wash my hair good. How do you know? Now hopefully I get all the details correct, but please, if I get anything wrong, comment down below, correct me, let me know what I missed, because I don't want to be a source of misinformation. I don't want to be Fox News. On June 27th, the lead singer of the heavy metal band, Lamb of God, Randy Blythe, was arrested in the Czech Republic on manslaughter accusations, which he was later charged for. According to police, Blythe was involved in an altercation with a fan during a 2010 show there. The fan was thrown from the stage by Blythe and a security guard. Sustained some head injuries that he later died from 14 days later. Randy was charged under Section 146.4 of the Czech Criminal Code, basically stating that manslaughter is intentional infliction of bodily harm that resulted in death. On July 3rd, Blythe posted the bail, which was around $200,000, but he was not released because the court still had to rule on the conditions of release. Such conditions, for example, would include like not being able to leave the country because they thought he was a flight risk. Then on July 17th, a panel of 3 judges stated that the bail was being challenged by a prosecutor. Then, subsequently doubled the bail to $400,000. Now, there's a pretty heavy outcry, especially in the heavy metal community, that justice is not being served, since Randy already paid the bail, only to be told to pay more, with no guarantee of release. Others, like me, question the legal definition of intentional infliction of bodily harm that resulted in death. Looking at the video, it's pretty evident that Randy tossed the kid off stage. But was that intentional to cause him harm, or was that just to get him off of the stage? Not to mention that ever since Dimebag Darrell got shot in 2004, you cannot go on stage with a band. I mean, you can slip by the security guards and get on stage and do that, but it's just not a cool thing to do. How is any band on that stage to know that you're not a nutball with a gun? How do they know you're just a kid that wants to crowd surf? Anyways, regardless of what I think, what do you think? Is justice being served, or should they honor the bail and release him? Granted, the laws are dramatically different in other countries. Do you think this is an unfair miscarriage of justice? On the other hand, are you one of the people that think it's an unfortunate incident that Randy should have to answer to? So yeah, comment down below, let me know what you think, and we will move on. On a related note too, due to Randy's incarceration, Lamb of God did have to cancel their fall tour with Deathlock and Gojira. Personally, I'm bummed because it's been a couple of years since I've seen Lamb of God, and I was really looking forward to seeing them, Deathlock and Gojira. I haven't seen them in a couple of years, but the last time I did see them, I got to catch up with them, say hey outside, talk to all the guys for a minute, and I got some really cool pictures like this one with Randy Blythe. Also, another fun fact about this case, a petition was set up on whitehouse.gov to kind of bring awareness to Randy's incarceration over there. As of now, there's 27,000 signatures, which is 2,000 over the 25 that they actually needed. It probably won't do a whole lot in terms of legality since Randy is being incarcerated in another country, but at the very least, it'll bring the issue a lot of attention. And I move on. Next up, I would like to play a game with you. The game is I show you a picture and you guess if A, it's an alien. B, it's a life-size Barbie doll. C, if it's a real person. Or D, you have no idea. And go! I know. That was kind of hard. I might have cut the picture off a little too soon, but here's one more crack at it. Ready? Go! If you guessed A or B, then you are incorrect, ladies and gentle sirs. It is, in fact, a real human being. It is 23-year-old Valeria Lekyanova, and I apologize for my horrible pronunciation of her last name. I went through American public education system. Valeria, who hails from Ukraine, spent over $100,000 on cosmetic surgery to make herself look like Barbie. Among the many surgeries performed to help make her look like Barbie included a breast enhancement of 38 double D equipped with an 18-inch waist. So yeah, nothing really to comment there other than, huh. And I have to acknowledge that that's how I spent 2 hours yesterday, because I have no life. And I use Google way too much. Seriously, I should probably pay half of my college tuition to where I go to school and the other half to Google. Last but not least, Christopher Nolan has essentially let the cat out of the bag that there will not be a fourth Batman. At least not directed by him. However, he did have some words of advice for his successor if anybody was to continue the Batman series. In an interview with Empire magazine, Christopher Nolan said to his would-be successor, "Simply need to be true to what they really want to see. Do something they believe in, not worry too much about what everyone else is telling them it should be." Which I totally agree. Trying to continue The Dark Knight would only destroy the series eventually. I mean, remember that godforsaken version with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze? No line in the history of movies is cornier than "Cheat out." Anyways, all that said, who would you have be the next director if they were to make a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th one? What villains would you cast in it if they were to make a 4th one? Personally, I would love to see Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones play Harley Quinn, but not the cartoony version of Harley Quinn, the Arkham City version of Harley Quinn, because she was so hot. And Emilia Clarke is already really hot, so you put two hots together and you go, "Ow! So spicy!" Seriously, I have a humongous boy crush on Emilia Clarke. Did you see the end of Game of Thrones in the first season where she's naked at the end with the dragons and everything's on fire and so hot? Also, I'd really love to see the Riddler make a comeback. I would prefer Crispin Glover as the Riddler because, one, I think he's a fantastic actor, and two, because he is just batshit crazy in real life. But if it were up to you, who would you cast as the director of the next Batman? What villains would you have? All that good stuff. Comment down below because I'm curious what you think, especially when it's about Batman, because I am, of course, a geek. And that's about all that I have to talk about today. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. If you haven't already watched the 3 previous shows, I'll have another one up on Friday. A little bit different from this. I don't plan on reporting the news. But, yeah, thanks for watching, and that's about it for today. So, until next time, ta-ta.